Hey guys, Ash here again at Flight Sim Reviews, and today we're going to be looking at the PMDG 737NGX for FSX, and this will be the interior review of this great plane. Anyways, let's get started. First off, I wanted to show you this at dusk because I kind of wanted to continue on my last review on the exterior. Just by showing you, as you can see, the dome light turned on because the emergency power is now on. I'm going to go ahead and start the APU, and I don't know if you can hear all the sounds, but other than my mechanical keyboard clacking in the background. But anyways, all the switches have different sounds. The fuel pump switches sound different from the runway switches. Your wiper switches sound different than the, I mean, you know, everything is just, every switch has its own noise. The covers have their own noises. Another nice feature is that when you switch a switch off and you close the cover, it forces the switch into its correct position, which is pretty nice. You can just click the cover to get the plane started up without having to be super exacting with your click spot underneath. And then of course you have your IDG and disconnect, so zero's down anyway. So the APU is starting up for us here. Once I get an indication that it's up, I'll turn the buses on here. There you go. So now it's online. I did want to show you guys just one thing. Outside at night, the exterior, because it really does deserve this again. I don't know if you guys can see, but the strobes are actually causing a flash on the ground. I've never seen an FSX aircraft do that, but the strobes actually off the wingtips are causing the ground to light up, and once it gets dark enough, you can actually see it from the cockpit. I wanted to show you this cockpit at night just to show off some of the features so it makes it easier to see. I'm going to go ahead and align my IRSs. Anyways, these screens, they look kind of funny. It's because PMDG actually modeled them so that they're too bright, so you're actually getting so much brightness the backlight is giving you a white screen even on the FMCs. So you can actually almost white them out and then turn them up higher. I mean, it's just amazing. There's even like a texture for the LCD back there. You know, everything, whether it be this little gauge down here, you know, the backup altitude horizon, artificial horizon, airspeed, and altitude setting, everything. You know, it even gives you a timer counting down when you first fire it up. It's just amazing that way. Once I want to start in here, once we get this up. Once the IRS position, but I'm not going to get into that till the startup. Dual FMCs restored due to the power being on. Anyways, another nice feature is now you can just tap tab to type in that line, or you can click on it to use your keyboard. But if you just want to type a quick thing like TNCM, you just hold tab and you can write right into the scratch pad. You want to go into the PMDG setup options. This is just for this aircraft. There's a whole failure system that you can fail. You can actually cause failures due to wear and service interval. Depending on how you treat the aircraft, things will fail, and they'll also fail due to their service interval not being met. And then this is really how you want to customize the airplane. I mean, in-game, in Flight Sim, you can actually change your NCP whenever you want. All kinds of glide slope capture before a lock, wings level after takeoff, you know, just all kinds of, there's 12 pages of standby instruments. You can go ahead and put in the, you know, steam gauges, and you can hear the, you know, the mechanics of them, the vibrator in the back of them running. You know, you take it out, back to the digital, and it's gone. Heads-up guidance, whether your HUD is there or not, and even the HUD has like a film color to it. And as you can see how high definition the HUD is, it's the first culminated parallax corrected HUD ever put into FSX. When you move your head, it moves. It's pretty crazy. I'll be showing you more of that once we get flying. You can totally remove it if you want, etc. Engines double derate. You can also, I mean, this is just air stairs. There's a short fill package for the NG you can install. A flight test package. You can even change your brakes, whether they're carbon or steel, depending on if they fade or not, how hot they get. E-tops, extended over water operations. You get an extra battery, etc., some more equipment. You get the weight penalty, but you also get the sticker here that says you can not fly over water. Dual battery package, that's part of it. Cabin layout, not so important. Secondary jump seat. SATCOM antenna, that's actually a round dome that'll go on the top if it's equipped. Eyebrow windows, yoke checklist, first officer, captain. So all of this is essentially, you know, change on the fly. You can change it while you're in flight if you see the reason to. Anyways, just give you one more look through all that. You can even flip it over to like Southwest, you know, more analog looking glass cockpit on the fly. They didn't want to retrain all their flight crews, so they just made an analog clone of the steam gauges into the digital. To go ahead and go on to the overhead, this one you can actually look at the overhead. The align's flashing because I haven't given it an initial position yet. Anyways, again, every switch has its own sound. We can go ahead and turn the circuit breaker lights on and the panel backlight so you can see it better. Also, there's a dome light. There's a bright setting. Just want to show you that. I mean, that's like, you could take a screenshot of that, print it out, and put it on your wall. And there's a dimmer setting on it. I think they're the same actually, but it's hard to tell. I mean, everything's modeled from your supply duct temperature, your actual passenger cabin temperatures. You know, if you want to heat up the aft cabin, we'll need some bleed air to do that. Turn the pack on. But you can actually, you can hear the packs come on. You're actually able to heat that up. You'll actually watch that gauge nudge up. We'll check in a little bit before we end this review. Everything again has its own sound, whether it be the differential pressure gauge, cabin climb. It's all, you can zoom in on it and it looks like a watch. I mean, literally this plane gets better the more you zoom in on it. Down here you have your standard panel lights, and you can turn on the overheads. Also, I'll show you there's map lights right here. They're kind of hard to get at unless you move the yoke, but they're there. Your panel light, you can even push the button to check that there's oxygen flowing to the mask. I mean, just the attention to detail here is stunning. I mean, there's really no other way to describe it. It is just amazing. No matter what switch you flip, there's some kind of reaction for it in the electrical system, hydraulic systems. You know, your window heats. You know, you can do a overheat test. Of course, you have to reset them after you've done that. You've tripped it. And again, you can see the aft cabins jump up just a little bit in temperature. That'll help it. Opening the isolation valve. What else should I show you guys? One of the really trick things is like the wing anti-ice. If we want to flip that on, when we close the isolation valve, you're going to see the right side close up, the left side increase in pressure. It's not having to fill so much volume. Then we turn on the wing anti-ice, and you're going to see that the right valve isn't open. Well, if you follow this little pneumatic chart, you can see that the right anti-ice has to have this isolation valve open to open. And also, if you flip it off, this one goes dim immediately because it didn't ever turn open. And also, if you just open up the auto valve, you'll go ahead and get it in transit. I mean, this is the level of system modeling we're getting within a PMDG product these days. It really is just mind-boggling. You know, everything from the hydraulic pumps taking a little bit of time to you know, show that they have pressure, and the voltage is changing whether you have them off or on. You're going to see the amps change there. It's just the inverter, just absolutely, you know, I've just been floored by it, as I told you guys. It's, you know, it's easily one of the best aircraft out there. Of course, your leading edge slat test, IRS display. Once we initialize it, that'll all work. FADEC, stall warning, overspeed warning, passenger oxygen switch, crew oxygen, a secondary gear indicator, pretty standard 3.7 stuff. But it's just amazing the level of fidelity they've gotten on this product. It's just amazing. Anyways, you can see we've gone up about 4C in the rear cabin. So it is all being monitored in real time. It's not just a gauge there just to look pretty. As far as up here, I can zoom in. Everything looks great. The MFDs look great. We can go ahead and do a light test in the cabin, give you an idea how many warning lights there are actually in here. A lot. So anyways, everything is modeled. Also, you can dim the lights. Even, you know, you push the recall button and you can see what the master caution was about. You know, your fire panel, you can go ahead and test it. Test it for faults, overheat detects, squibs. I mean, everything works as you would expect. I'll go ahead and just do this real quick so you can see the artificial horizons come up. But again, you know, you actually have to turn down the DU so they're not you know, over bright. It's just all pretty amazing. Standard systems pages. A little bump with my computer there. Even your auto brake, you know, it does a self-test before it extinguishes the disarm light. You know, it's all there. You can zoom in as close as you want. Terrain, it has terrain on the radar. That's for the mountain up there. You can see how much higher it is than you are. Obviously flip the screens around. We'll definitely get more depth into this when I go into the startup procedures on this aircraft. That'll be next video. I hope you got a good look at the interior and some of the options PMDG gives you. It's totally customizable. It's really just a beautiful cockpit. Especially if you go back to, you know, this view. It's kind of like one of those posters you buy from Sporties or that of what a real flight deck looks like, and it's just a flight sim airplane. So anyways, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you stay tuned for more flight sim reviews. Thanks again, guys.